Cancer, welcome to your weekly reading. Let's get started and see what messages we have for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising positions for the week ahead. Now keep in mind that these are general readings and may not resonate for everyone, so make sure to check out your other placements because you could have messages in those readings as well. All right, Cancer, let's see. What is the energy around the week ahead for Cancer? What is the energy around the week ahead for Cancer? Truth be told. Okay. Truth be told about what you truly are loyal to and willing to go the distance on in the here and now. Wow, very interesting. What is the true loyal part of your heart? Where do you feel completely devoted? Where are you willing to go the distance in the here and now? Or are you distracted by the past or the future? Very interesting, Cancer. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck is breathe. So really centering yourself this week is going to help you understand the truth about what you're truly devoted to, where you truly feel loyal, what really, really is connected to your heart. I feel like you're going to understand that, or there is some kind of moment coming up here where you're going to be challenged to keep moving towards something because you're devoted to it. You don't want to give up. This isn't the time to give up. I feel like I need to say that. Like it's almost like for some of you, you're at a point where you might give up, where you might sort of throw in the towel, as they say. But that doesn't feel like it's going to serve you. It's almost like you need to sort of stop in the moment right now, in the here and now, stay grounded, breathe, because things are about to reveal themselves to you. I think you're about to see where you truly feel that devotion, that loyalty, where you really want to invest yourself and your heart. So for some of you, this is going to be an emotional situation. There's the Lovers in reverse. So there could be, for some of you, there could be a moment this week where you understand the truth about someone that you love. You might have to make a choice to see if you want to keep going or you want to sort of, like I said, throw in the towel. There's a big decision coming up here for you, Cancer, when it comes to your happiness. And I feel like you have to make a decision here. I feel like there's a new beginning on the horizon, and it could be a new beginning that happens with the person you're with now, or it could be that it's a new beginning that's happening as the result of maybe an ending. It's very interesting. I feel like you're not necessarily listening to your inner voice, that you really need to connect to yourself. This is why we're seeing here and now and breathe. I feel like there is something that's out of alignment that you're going to understand why it's out of alignment. And it could be that you need to devote yourself to it more. But for some of you, it could be that you need to continue working at something to understand why it feels off. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. It's the Page of Pentacles. So I do feel like you're going to receive a message or some form of truth here that says, keep working at this. Don't give up. You're so close to achieving so much happiness. And there's also this lovely new way of doing things. Like, it's interesting. I think for some of you, this involves a new beginning that is in more alignment with the position you're in the present. Like there's something formulating here that could be more for you in the sense of where you truly feel like you can devote yourself. But for some of you, I almost feel like there has been a breakdown in communication between you and someone. That there has been something that has caused a bit of a breakdown here, where there may be too many expectations that you have on someone else and the partnership has become unbalanced. And as a result of the partnership becoming unbalanced, there's been a breakdown in trust. And that breakdown in trust is not part of the truth, it feels. It feels like that is part of a storyline that you're sort of not trusting your intuition to see that it's not the truth. Let's clarify this. Why is the Lovers card in reverse? The Lovers card is in reverse. Interesting. It feels like we need a fresh perspective on something with respect to this idea of being defensive and feeling like you have to have your guard up. It's almost like you're being asked here, Cancer, there's the Chariot, which is the Cancer card, to sort of adopt a new way of looking at things in this connection that you have. This feels like a love reading. Cancer, you always get the love readings. It's very funny. I feel like you're being guided to make some movement and do something differently in a connection that you're starting to wonder if it's as it appears. You know, it's interesting. It's almost like you feel like you can't be confident that it is how it appears. And I'm wondering what happened to shift that. What happened to shift that? Past stuff. Yeah, so this is still stuff from the past that is making you feel like what's happening now isn't real. It is real, Cancer. Why can't it be possible for you to have something in your life that brings you joy? Why is it that there's always this sort of inner voice, but it's not the inner voice, but it almost feels like your inner voice saying to you, no, this is going to hurt you again. This is going to hurt. We can't trust this. There seems like there's been a breakdown in communication and you're starting to think you can't trust something and it needs some renewal. Yeah, look at that. You're overthinking that you could get hurt and it's not true. Seven of Swords in reverse tells me that this is a fiction that's in your mind because of something that did happen in the past, which is why you're being guided to stay in the now and to keep going, because I really think you care about this person. I think you love this person. I think you're devoted to this person. And it's like you need a fresh perspective instead of this past perspective that keeps you thinking you're not going to be successful. There is this beautiful new beginning that is blessed. You know, when I see the Hierophant with the Ace of Pentacles, I can't help but think marriage. I can't help but think a new blessed beginning is here. But do you see it that way? I don't think you do. I think you're convinced, no, I can't trust this. I have to put the brakes on something. I feel like you want to put the brakes on something, and yet intuitively you would be sabotaging yourself if you did that. And emotionally you would be sabotaging yourself if you put the brakes on this right now. This needs room to breathe. This needs room to breathe, and you need room to breathe. You need to trust what's happening around you is like bringing in some healing to a past situation that you have, I think, are still focusing on it. You don't trust someone as a result. Excuse me. It feels like you don't trust someone as a result of a past. You don't trust someone in the present as a result of a past situation. And it's like you want to put the brakes on something, but you're being guided to stay in the present, breathe, get grounded in the present again, and keep going here, because I feel like you're really devoted to something here, and that the truth is a very shaky concept right now for you, Cancer, because you're convinced. I think you're convinced that there's some kind of foul play going on. You're convinced that someone is not trustworthy and that there may be another third party involved, and that you're freaking yourself out a little bit here, Cancer. And I can't help but think that actually what's happening around you has the potential for so much. But you have to be willing to take a leap of faith here. You have to be willing to take a chance that this is as it appears and not as you keep telling yourself. You know, I think you're painting a picture based on past disappointments, and you're using that picture to paint a picture in the now. And there's Temperance in reverse. And that says to me that you're not grounded in the present, that your energy is kind of all over the place, focused all over the place, trying to sort of understand something, but you're ending up with clashing interests and polarity. There's a lot of polarity and impatience here. And it's creating like an oil and water situation, which we see in the Lovers reversed. And I feel like it's compounded by this idea that you've had past disappointments and you're like, oh my God, what if this is evidence of another disappointment? I don't think I can take it. And it's interesting. You're almost being guided here to nourish yourself, to breathe, to stay grounded in the present moment, and to trust this idea that things could be working out, that it's not, just because things didn't work out in the past doesn't mean they're not going to work out moving forward. I feel like you could manifest a really positive opportunity for yourself in this connection, but you've got to give it a chance. You got to keep moving towards it, or else, like if you give up now, it almost feels like you want to give up. It feels like you want to give up because you're anticipating this. You're anticipating this happening. You're saying, I'm going to get hurt again. I can't trust this. When really, I feel like we've got this Queen of Pentacles and Knight of Cups energy where it says that, being grounded and having an open heart is where you need to be so that things can feel transformed. So that you feel like there is this transformed energy where you can let go of the past. And I can't help but stare at that breathe card, number 29 there on the bottom of the deck, which says to me that you need to be grounded within here to sort of shake this off. Go shake this off. Get some exercise, get out of your head, do some breath work, do something to release yourself from this idea that everything that has happened in the past is going to repeat itself, and that there's no possibility for movement here. I feel like you're stuck in the past here and you're worried that it's going to repeat itself in the future, and that you're sort of at a place where your mind is drifting. And if you go too far ahead or too far back, you're going to be in a place where it's illusion, right? Like the past and the future don't exist. Everything is only happening in the now. Everything is only happening now. And now is all that counts. So come back from those illusions and stay in the timing of what's happening now. Do you know what I mean? Come back to the now and focus on where you feel this devotion and loyalty, and where you feel like you need to just keep going. Don't give up. Don't give up. I feel like you're about to. And it just feels like that would be sort of a what's the phrasing? That would be a big misunderstanding. You know what I mean? Like it would almost be a misunderstanding for you to give up now. And this idea of feeling loyalty towards something, like there seems to be success in a connection here that is currently full of misunderstandings. And it's important to stay grounded in this idea of this 10 of Cups feeling, to embody that. There does feel like there could be a new way for you to move forward here with all of these aces that we saw. But this has to shift within first. Come back to the present. Come back to the present and tell yourself the truth based on what you feel. This is very interesting. I'm going to leave it at that for you, Gemini. You could be dealing with a Gemini. Cancer. I'm going to leave it at that for you, Cancer. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope this reading has resonated for you. If it has, please consider subscribing, liking, sharing, commenting. I look forward to reading for you again very soon, my friends, and I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care.